A week ago, I challenged myself to finish chapter 3 of my manga in just 7 days. I did this because I wanted to feel challenged and see what real mangakas felt like. But there was one catch. If I failed, I had to contact Shonen Jump. Even though my manga isn't finished or hasn't really developed that much story development, or at least something I want to show them. At first, I thought it would be difficult, but possible. Then, on day 2, something happened that almost ruined the entire challenge. The challenge started off great. I already knew what I wanted chapter 3 to be about. This chapter focused less on action and more on expanding the story and the world of my manga. It tells Chick Octus King's backstory and finally brings Ai to the hero school entrance exam. I spent the first day sketching and inking, and I managed to finish 4 pages. Honestly, I was feeling really confident in this challenge. Then day 2 happened. Somehow, the first 4 pages disappeared. I still don't know exactly what happened. At first, I thought I maybe had saved them somewhere else. I checked every folder and nothing. Hours of work were just gone. That completely changed the challenge. Now, I wasn't just making a 20-page chapter anymore. I had to redraw everything I lost. There wasn't really time to complain. If I wanted to finish in time, I just had to redraw the pages. Thankfully, I still remembered how I wanted everything to look. It definitely wasn't fun, but I got them done either way. By this point, I already drawn around 8 pages worth of work from day 1 and day 2 to keep me caught up. After that, things finally started going smoothly again. Most days I managed around 4 pages. I started getting into a rhythm. Wake up, draw, eat, draw, sleep, repeat. This chapter has a lot more dialogue than the previous ones, so I spent a lot more time making sure the conversation actually felt natural. One thing I really wanted for chapter 3 was to slow the story down. The first 2 chapters are almost entirely fighting, but fights only matter if you care about the characters. That's why I wanted to give Chick Octus King a backstory, instead of just being another monster to defeat. I wanted readers to understand why he became who he is, without spoiling too much. His story is actually one of my favorite parts of this chapter. The chapter also starts introducing the hero school, which means we're finally getting closer to meet a lot of important characters, and I can't wait until we get to that point. And oh yeah, I also hid many references, so let's see how many you find. Towards the end, the challenge became much harder. I was starting to get tired. Day 5, I only finished 1 page. Day 6, 3 pages. At that point, I wasn't really sure if I'd actually finish. I just kept telling myself 1 more page, even though it became more of a I must draw instead of I want to draw. Then finally, the last page. After everything, the lost pages, the redraws, the late nights, chapter 3 was finished. And somehow I actually completed the challenge within these 7 days. Looking back, I'm really happy with how this chapter turned out. I think it's a big improvement from my previous chapters story wise. Maybe not much of a drawing perspective, but still improvement story wise. There's still a lot more I want to improve: my paneling, expressions, background, pacing. But every chapter teaches me something new. That's really the goal. Thank you to everyone who's been reading Legends of Heroes. Seeing your comments genuinely motivates me to keep drawing. Chapter 3 is out now. If you read it, let me know what your favorite moment, or tell me if you spotted any of the references. And now I'm taking a break before chapter 4. Not a break like a break that I'm just gonna chill. No, it's more of a break that I'm gonna do, which is improving proportions, and also I want to improve the foreshortening. I feel like they can be better, and sometimes I use references, and I want to get rid of that and draw my own kind of. But after that, it's time to start chapter 4. So I will see you in chapter 4, or maybe in the in between. See ya. See ya.